Basically, I want to thank everyone for being here today. As you see, the main goal is basically to understand the crypto industry. I know people have a lot of things, learn or ask questions. So, you know, in a world where digital innovation is shaping everything from finance to arts, one of the most exciting and transformative, force is cryptocurrency that we're talking about today. All right, we're simply, short for crypto. So, at its core, crypto represents a new form of digital money that operates independently of traditional banks. The banks that's going on now, banks are using our money as in savings, in checkings. They're utilizing our money basically to buy crypto. So yes, it's a way of, like, for instance, if you notice, every bank has a $250,000 insurance cover. Like, if you lose money, they're covering you up to $250,000 FDIC, right? Okay, the bank knows that majority of a lot of inner cities, people living like in the community don't have $250,000 in the bank. So what they do, everything is digital. They'll use your money, our money, and they'll lend it out, or they buy it. They buy assets. That's how these banks get rich. We was taught, right, as we was young, put our money in the bank, let's stack this money up, let's see how this money basically grow, right? That's the wrong thing to do. One of the worst things to do. So that's why they invented first stocks. People became wealthy off of stocks, right? Now it's new innovations. Crypto. Very good project, but this homework that you have to do on your own to find out what project these people are involved. Anyway, but crypto is more than just Bitcoin. Everyone thinks crypto is just Bitcoin. There's more than 10,000 cryptocurrencies out there. More than 10,000. So if you do your homework, I learned from meme coins. Paul taught me meme coins, stable coins. I'm not really a good fan of meme coins because it's a risk. You can make money off of it, of course. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm more of a long-term type of guy. I want to be able to, invest long-term so my kids are established, so they don't have to worry about anything. But it's a gateway to new digital economy, powering decentralized finances, NFTs, and even new ways of governing communities online. Whether you're a tech, or an investor, or just curious about crypto, today's session will help you understand what crypto is, why it matters, and how it might impact your world in the near future.
It's not governed by any banks. It's not, government can't track it. They can't, basically they can't control it. So that's why they fear crypto, because they can't control it. At the end of the day, whatever, it's not like we can put money in the bank, whatever, boom, and this and that. So at the end of the day, whatever, everybody's going to be using crypto without even knowing you're using crypto. Like in the future, you're going to be using it and you're not even going to know you're using it. You know what I mean? So it's all on either you get with the program or you're left behind. So either you adapt or you just be left behind. So a lot of people, like for instance, whatever, not long ago I had a conversation with an older person, you know what I mean? That, and the conversation was more naive, because it was like he was naive about the subject. Because I told him about this and that, whatever, and he was like, oh, crypto's not gonna go over. And I'm like, dude, it's already here. You just don't want to learn about it. So he was telling me about, he had some valid points or whatever. So my thing was that the valid points he was making, I had to argue with it, and I had to give him an answer for everything he was throwing at me. And one of them was that he was saying, oh, well, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a scam, because look at the guy that invented Bitcoin or whatever, this is such and such or whatever. He's in jail now, and I looked at him like, Just an example, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me about something that you don't know. How can you explain something about something that you don't understand? I mean, so the guy he was talking about was somebody that was doing scam with crypto, because nobody knows who made Bitcoin. It's a secret still, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what I talk about, yeah, you can't talk about something that you don't understand. So governments, other countries are using crypto right now for different reasons. For, you know, like, for bank record, you know, you don't gotta pay bank fees and stuff like that, whatever. Like, for instance, let me make an example. So this is the reason why governments are gonna be using crypto. For instance, like, if the government wanted to send money to fund a war cross country, no matter where it's at, whatever, it could be for anything in particular. But let's say whatever they wanted to send money over there. Well, in fees, they'll do it through a wire transfer. To wire transfer that money, whatever, could take 1 to 5 business days. It'll take anywhere from 0.5% to 5%, whatever, and anywhere from $25 to $50 per transaction. So if they wanted to get sent $3 million across the country, and for instance, whatever example, they're going to pay anywhere from $15,000 to $90,000 just to transfer that money. But if they use one of the cryptos called XRP, that same transaction for the $3 million to transfer to another country will cost them anywhere from $1 to $5. So at the end of the day, whatever, that right there, that point right there exactly that I'm pointing out to you guys is that the government and the world is going to be using this. Other countries already adopting this technology. So at the end of the day, whatever, and it doesn't take a lot of money to invest. A lot of people think it takes a lot of money. It don't take a lot of money. It takes time. Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world, one thing that he says, and I go by that quote, is time in the market beats time in the market. What that means is it's explanatory right there. So if you got time in, it's gonna beat time in. So and let's say if you only put $25 a week, every paycheck. Let's say you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. Let's say you put $25, $50, or whatever. By 5 to 10 years, that shit adds up. That adds up. So at the end of the day, whatever, and you're putting stuff in stuff that's growing. So let's say if you buy into something a project that's $1, maybe even 50 cents, maybe 15 cents. Well, remember, you're putting what? $25, $50 a week. Once you change your mindset and you're putting it in there already, it's gonna be time where you're like, you know what? Like, I could put a little bit more there. I'm gonna put $100. You know what? $50. Oh, you know what? $200. Oh, I just did income tax or whatever. I got back 10 grand. You know what? I'm gonna put $1,000. But you change your mindset into investing or whatever, and by the time you know it, whatever, you got a whole bunch of money there. And throughout the years, that asset that you bought is appreciating the value. You know what I mean? And by the time you know it, whatever, you be like, yo, like, wow.
This is not financial advice, but experience that we're sharing with you guys, right? What have worked for us can work for you if you do your own research. If anybody is aware of plants, right? When you plant a seed, if you don't water it, if you don't take care of it, it's not gonna grow. And that's the same thing with any investment you do, right? If you're investing in cryptocurrency and you want it to grow, you have to water it, you have to be able to, pay attention, take care of your plant. And when I mean take care of your plant, when you invest, keep putting money in, keep investing. Because little by little it's gonna start growing, you're gonna start seeing it. But you have to be willing, like David said, to change your mindset. Because that's what it takes, to change your mindset. Sometimes, I love eating out. I don't know, I love eating out. And how many times have we eat out or spend money maybe in buying clothes or something, and you look at your bank account like, what happened, right? And that's the same thing that happens vice versa when you invest. When you invest little by little, that compounds. And you're gonna look at your wallet and you're gonna be like, what happened? How did that happen? Oh, because little by little, I was putting money in. Little by little, I was changing my mindset to be able to look at things different. Because that's what you have to do, honestly. You have to be able to be willing to learn. Because what is the point of knowledge if it's not applied?
before us. So there's something that's coming. It's called UBI, Universal Basic Income. So when that rolls in, just know you might be a little too late, because universal basic income is literally for lower class people, which is where we at. And they're gonna start rolling out checks, just like SSI, just like Social Security, and they're gonna start paying you here. But these payments come with rules. So if you don't apply by these rules, you can bet your ass you're gonna be in jail, or it's gonna be a clearly, next 5 years, it's clearly it's gonna be a credit system. And cryptocurrency is where this is like the savior. Like it's gonna help you. Because just like they were saying, you got compounding interest. The best, I don't know how to say it, best thing in the world. You don't keep $10, $20 every week, you gonna put something in there. I'm telling you, dollar ain't saving you no money. It ain't doing nothing in the bank, so you might as well put it in some crypto. Because if you buy that one crypto for 50 cents, that 50 cents can turn to $100. Can you imagine if you had 1,000 of them cryptos that you bought for 50 cents? It's happening right now. And he was just saying that through meme coins. I got friends who got rich off of meme coins. I was scared of that. I'm like, I'm not putting money in there.
See all the money people are losing?
Yeah.
Cool.
Me neither.
I'm gonna flip that shit.
Like, it's scary. It's a scary market. It really is, because, you know, where we come from, we work hard for our money. We really do. And we don't want the government to take our shit from us, but that's why crypto is here.
I want to tap in. This was not in my subject to talk about today, right? I'm scratching my brain a little bit. But like, one thing that stopped me from getting into crypto was, I don't know if y'all are aware of the Bible, right? Y'all are believers, but have y'all ever heard about the mark of the beast? The chip on your hand, right? That if you don't put this chip in your hand, that you won't be able to buy or do anything that you currently. The freedom that we got now, we won't be able to have it if you don't put that chip in your hand. It's not for nothing, but that's already coming. That's happening. As y'all see, we're getting closer to that. Little by little, we're getting closer to that. And like he said, we are early right now. We're early right now. For some reason, most of these like cryptos that they're big companies using it, because I'm not talking about meme coins. These cryptos that are big companies using it, they are very cheap right now. I'm talking about 5 cents, 6 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents. Get in now while you can, because when these cryptos go up in prices and they set up the rules, because you think they want these people to be rich? This is the time, right? Because it's already happening. It's not for nothing. I'm a believer in God, and this is in the Bible. And regardless of what your eyes are happening.
Did they start putting the chips in their hand like in California already?
Yeah.
They go play with the wrist.
No, my
I've
friend,
seen
she
them.
traveled to Los Angeles and she literally walked into Aldi and it was like a palm, like my hand on
It's here.
Yeah. Here?
Well, like it's here.
Oh yeah. I'm like, oh my god.
You gotta think about it right now. We live in a society in a world where everything's already turning digital. You can send money through Cash App. Honestly, and this is, they can tell you, I barely ever carry cash.
Me too. I don't
Ever.
ever
I stopped that now.
I probably go to the bank maybe once every couple months to withdraw anything.
One time this year.
And that's it. Don't even, you know what I mean? Like I don't. And if I do got cash and I'm putting it into the bank, whatever, for something to pay a bill or something, because I got 2 bank accounts. I use one for bills because I kind of like.
And your other one's the tracker.
That too.
So
For real, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you can do everything from your phone. You can pay bills, you can send money, send receipt, and like you said, everything is turning digital. Little by little. It's just like, you know when you want your kids to eat vegetables, like little by little, like he likes this one, let's try this one, let's try this other one, right? You gotta slowly creep in, and that's exactly what you're doing.
yeah, and like going back, like what you were saying, for beginners here, you know, I know some people here that aren't invested yet, but I'm quite sure you guys are gonna get into it. You guys need here, or try to research. 2009, I remember when Bitcoin was 50 cents. I tell the story to them because I regret it to this day. I had a friend of mine, he's in the military, you can say his name, but he's very wealthy, he's a multi-millionaire. He told me, Nico, yo, this Bitcoin, there's their, cryptocurrency coming out, named Bitcoin, it's 50 cents. I'm gonna give you 5 Bitcoin to start. I look at him and I said, nah, I'm good. I don't want that crap. I'm good, right? $500,000, I'm thinking about that, right? Anyway, he's doing very well. I'm happy for him, Coming back 2 years from now, I get up a meeting with Paul and David, highly educated into the crypto world. So I started digging in. I'm quiet because when it comes to our money, that's our sacred. And you know what? I never took a risk in my life. Let me see if this is real. The projects that they're telling me, Paul, all he did was tell me, stay away from meme coins and stay on stable coins. I said, so all I said was, then what's meme coin? He said, they're high risk, you get rich quick, yeah, you become wealthy quick, yes, but it's like going to the casino, right? Stable coins, long term, right? It'll drop a little bit, but not much. It'll stay balanced, But anyway, long story short, you guys gotta do your own homework. I invested into XRP, I got in at a really low price. And when that thing went ballistic, I started calling Paul Davis. There's like, God, man, get your home, man. I'm busy.
I'm looking at it, bro. I'm looking at it.
We know that's happening.
And I made great return. I'm talking about awesome return where I'm so blessed right now where, I'm still learning the crypto market on how to take the things out of the exchanges, put it into your cool wallet. That's a whole nother different level right there. You have to be careful because when you're doing these things, you have to read your codes that they give you. You gotta be real careful. You can lose it all if you don't know what you're doing. That's why we're here to explain, what the crypto's about.
It takes at least 3 to 5 years for these projects to grow. All of us here already witnessed it. We've been in here since COVID, and we've seen things rise up and down. So we got everybody's well known the XRP. XRP, write that down. XRP company is called Ripple. That's sitting at $2.30 right now. So, and its prediction is going to be very high. Let's just say that. We got another one, XDC.
Is the cheapest one right now?
Yeah, that's
Super sad.
now XDC. DC.
D as in Diego.
Yeah.
Like a man.
That project is literally sitting at right now like 5 to 6 cents. 5 to 6 cents. And that's the third one is Algo. ALGO. Algogram. That project is sitting at 22 cents. Then we got what's the XLM? XLM is Stellar. XLM. That project is sitting at 25 cents.
And
XLM, yes. And what's the last one?
ADA.
H-bar, that's another one too. H-bar, that's another project that's called Hondera. That project is very huge, honestly. I highly advise y'all to get into that because that deals with gaming. I know y'all heard of Grand Theft Auto 6. If you ain't buying it, you that game is amazing. Let me tell you something real quick. That game, in the future, you're gonna be working inside a game. You know that, right? You're gonna be working in Walmart off of VR. You're gonna do customer service. Oh, how you doing? On VR. Y'all might have to leave your house. Think about it. It's happening.
One more thing. one more thing. We gave y'all some gems, but there's always a catch to something.
Absolutely.
But it's not a bad catch. Just saying. I won't advise y'all to buy any of it yet until y'all come to our next event. The reason why I say that is because there's different exchanges, and every exchange don't sell every crypto.
Yep.
So you gotta know what exchanges sells what crypto.
And that's
Because you might go to one, exchange or whatever, and be like, oh, I can't find it there. Yeah, you're not gonna find it.
There's stuff that y'all gotta teach.
Yeah, so
Yeah. So yeah, we're giving you gems or whatever, but we want to.
We
We
don't
don't want you to. We don't want you to go in there and be like, oh, this is not whatever. Oh, this is not working, whatever. And you got a million questions, but.
But
you know,
until the level, sorry to cut you off, but until the level 2 meeting comes up, you guys have all this time to do the research and what we just dropped off.
I just said, can I research? And you gonna go say no.
No, my
You
bad.
just said no to me.
No, I didn't
You
say
just
that.
said no.
My bad.
I said, can we study it? Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go say no.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna end up doing this anyway on your own. You know, and I'm gonna tell you like this, whatever. You know what's the great thing, whatever, that when I started learning around COVID, truck driving. What you do, you drive around and you listen to music, right? Well, no, instead of listening to music, I got tired of listening to music. I was like, yo, I'm listening to this record, I'm listening to this record. I'm listening to white people music, fist pumping down the road because I got tired of listening to rap and reggaeton or so I'm like, yeah, I'm bored of music. I hear the same thing over and over again. So I just started watching videos, reading listening to audiobooks, learning. This next, so that's what I started doing. Instead of listening to music, I started learning. So I used to hate when people try to talk to me or call me or whatever and be like, yo, I'd be like, bro, like I'm listening to something and you keep calling me or you this and that. Niggas good for
We're both
that.
truckers, so we do that.
Niggas good for that. Sometimes you call me, I'm like, bro, I was listening to something.
That's the same way. But you know what? The thing
But
with
at
me
least
is,
y'all
we're both
understand.
truckers, right? And this funny thing is, like, I'll call them because, you know, like this is like a brother-sisterhood thing. And not just with us, but with everybody else. You know, Louis know how I am, you know, and you get to know me, I'm real cool, I'm real down to earth, I'll check up on everybody, you know, and it's not to get on your nerves, it's for me to get you on point, make sure you're on point, right? So going back, he's calling me sometimes, I'm like, catching a video, I don't do what he does, you know? I'm like, bro, I'm busy on the video. I'm busy on the video, man, what you want, man? Like, you know, I don't care, I be laughing because I be cracking up about it, you know? I'm like, I'm gonna do it more now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But we're gonna be posting a lot of videos on our I highly advise y'all to actually to get on our page and send that friend with us. Because that's where you're gonna learn the most from and you're gonna see exactly what this community is about. And it's free. I mean, ain't charging you nothing to do it. We're not asking you for nothing, you know what I'm saying? All we asking is for let's network. You got a vision, you got an idea, let's make it happen. And I don't want part of your business. I just want to help you get the business.
Keeping each
Because
other
that's it, push each other.
But that's what they do. That's what the government doing. You
Yep.
know that, right? All them millionaires, all they do is just throw money around.
Yep.
Oh, you got a fund? Let me put some money in there.
Yep.
Oh, you got a fund? Let me put some money in
I
there.
think President Trump got it.
That's what I was saying, but it gotta be people.
And you know what's funny? He just mentioned that, right? Let me do it the correct way, professional way to say it. Why does us minorities don't come together and help each other out? I'm gonna drop it right there. Why the government, the other side, they do it? How do you think Trump got into president this last term? Every millionaire funded Trump.
Hold on. Let me say this correctly. Majority of the money that was funded for his campaign was from crypto.
Absolutely.
That too. But
Crypto funded most of his campaigns.
But going back, what I was trying to say is that if they can go ahead and support each other, why can't we do it? We're not talking about we don't want no money from you guys. It's the support. It's understanding that you guys have to understand. Louis, you have the business, right? You know, we support each other, you know? It's like he's got a big known security company that's out here in Philadelphia, right? He'll come in here, now we're gonna blow his, get his business out there even more, by sharing his logos and everything. And guess what? I know people that gonna look at him like, hold up, Mission and Progress just posted up a security company. Let me see what these people about. Or you have a business, example, beauty hairstylist, has a business. It's posted up on Mission and Progress. Even Mission and Progress could go on you guys. It's all about building this community.
Supporting each other.
Yes, because people are gonna be looking out there like, and when we do things, when you do things when you love to do, you do it right. And people are looking for people like us, right? Because there's no shortcuts with us. When we do something, we do it correct and better.
People like you because y'all showed up.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys, and I hope to see you on the next one.